Gym, now the admissions office on West End, Stella dished out the first assist in Vandy women's basketball history. Now you know the story of Stella Vaughn, an inductee into the Vanderbilt Athletics Hall of Fame in 2015.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, Act 3, live in concert in Nashville. With special guest, Tedeschi Trucks Band. First Bank Stadium at Vanderbilt, Saturday, May 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, Act 3. For more, visit eagles.com.
It's time for our pre-game conversation with head coach Tim Corbin.
He's a perfect fit for what we're trying to achieve here.
Everything about it felt like home to me.
Coach Corbin's comments are brought to you by First Bank. Bank on the doors every time you pay with the exclusive Vanderbilt debit cards. First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC. With Coach Corbin, here's Andrew Allegretta.
Getting set for first pitch. Vanderbilt versus North Dakota State. Game 1 of a 3-game set this weekend at Hawkins Field. Andrew Allegretta here alongside the head coach, Tim Corbin. First off, back to Wednesday versus Troy, a 4-1 victory. How nice and how satisfying was the moment for Chris Maldonado and the way that the dugout and the bunker reacted for him to hit that first home run since his freshman season?
Yeah, it certainly was big for him. I mean, he's been a patient soul, and he's worked diligently on just getting healthy and trying to work his way back. And, you know, with him, I told him, too, that, you know, don't put any parameters around anything. Just stack days more than anything. Just try to put days together to where you start feeling better and better about yourself. I think we noted this a couple weeks ago. I thought he was moving better. And once I started to see some movement, that's really when you start to see confidence in kids. It's, you know, it's how they look. It's how they present themselves in certain times. One kid today, I won't tell you his name, but, you know, he was wearing cologne. And what that just told me is he's starting to feel better about himself. You know, it's like there's small little things that you see in these kids that you think, yeah, that's really stupid, but it's not. It's just a kind of a hint to how they feel about themselves at that moment. So, Maldo, you mentioned, he had a big hit later, too, the ball that he drove into the gap. He's been playing good defense. He's been making some really nice plays, so I'm happy for him.
Thoughts on me wearing cologne tomorrow?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
okay, all right.
I'm going to go back to that.
Yeah, we've worked together long enough at this point. Connor Hamilton got the start, too, for you guys. The freshman, a kid from NBA. We talked about him a little bit before the game. As you reflect after the game, what did you see?
Pretty good calmness. You know, I think that there was some tight moments. The first inning was a tight moment. I mean, you had 3-2 walk, 2 walks, and then a ball that got stuck in Maldo's glove, and next thing you know, he converts a ball or a pitch into an unassisted double play, which was big at the moment. But yeah, I thought he did a nice job. I thought he threw strikes for the most part. I thought he was pretty attacking. That's a good team. I mean, that's a really good team. I mean, they're really, really physical. So it was a good win for the boys for sure.
We don't need to do all of this, but whether people look at a 1-11 North Dakota State team this weekend, or the Troy team, or the Central Arkansas team, like this is still a 1-11, but this is a roster that returns a lot of pieces from a regional team a year ago where they beat Kansas in the regional. So this schedule you didn't load up cupcakes.
No, North Dakota State gave Arkansas all they could handle in that first game of that regional too, by the way, and then beat Kansas and then went one run to Creighton and lost that game. But yeah, it's a good team, and you can see why the way they schedule it. You go back to their schedule last year to get ready for that regional, and it's almost like they go, okay, forget the overall record because that's not going to matter. The thing that's going to matter most is can we win our tournament and can we win our league? And that's what they did. So they're a team that kind of schedules everyone. They scheduled Missouri last week at Florida Gulf Coast out of the gate, so they go right to Florida. And you look where they're from. They're not getting out. So it's a team that's hardened. They're certainly tough. Got a lot of 4-year players that have played at other places. So again, similar to Troy in some regards, where they got some Power 4 players. They're a good team.
Let's talk about their head coach, Coach Oakes. He's a guy that's been with the program for about a decade. He's been to the NCAA tournament with them as an assistant and a head coach a handful of times. As you look at him, how would you describe the way that he builds his team, the style? You talked about kind of the schedule that they've had, but what is the defining characteristic of a North Dakota State baseball team?
No, I'd say pressure. I mean, his dad was a longtime coach, and it just so happened that his brother's team was practicing on our field this morning, Wisconsin Superior, for the 5th year in a row, and just ironically, they happened to be practicing on the same day that these guys got here. So it's cool to have the brothers together, but this is a family that's full of coaches. All 3 boys are coaches, so college coaches, so it's kind of in their blood, but he likes to put pressure on people throughout their lineup. The scouting report, and as I told our guys, it doesn't matter where a guy's positioned in the lineup. This isn't normal. You got a 4-hole guy that can push and drag. You got a 7-hole guy push and drag. The leadoff guy doesn't bunt at all. So it's like, forget the order, just kind of, this is a team that's going to try to apply pressure. We've got to handle it, and we got to do a good job of keeping them off base and throw strike one, throw a lot of strikes, put pressure on them that way.
Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Andrew.
We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds after this.
This is the Commodore Quiz. Today's question: which pitcher holds the Vanderbilt baseball record for most strikeouts in a game? The answer: Doug Wessel. 1970 versus Chattanooga with 23. That number is also good for second most in SEC history, behind 24 by LSU pitcher Butch Mason in 1959. Wessel was also part of perhaps the best pitching day in Vandy history. On March 18, 1971, Vandy played a 7-inning doubleheader versus Louisville, and the Doors fired back-to-back no-hitters. Wessel pitched Game 2 and tallied 12 strikeouts. 1 month later, Wessel tossed his second no-hitter of the season, this time 9 innings versus Belmont in a game played at Centennial Park. Pitcher Doug Wessel, Vanderbilt's record holder for most strikeouts in a game with 23. This has been the Commodore Quiz.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey Vandy fans, life's like baseball. You never know when you'll take a bad bounce. But when you do, trust Ponce Law to step up to the plate. For over 30 years, they've been hitting it out of the park for injury victims. Every year, Ponce Law recovers millions of dollars for their clients. If you're hurt in an accident or on the job, Ponce Law is the team you want in your corner. Don't strike out. Call Ponce Law at 615-244-4321. Ponce Law, justice for all.
Welcome to Vanderbilt Baseball.
All third strike outside corner. That is going to do it.
Welcome to the show.
If maturity grows, so does an organization.
I'm Traub here as we wait for action to begin at the Hawk between Vanderbilt and North Dakota State. They're about to hit the national anthem there, so we'll take a look at some SEC scores while we had the chance. It's another busy Friday across the league, and only one game has gone final so far. That was in the first pitch of the day in Fayetteville, where number 6 Arkansas beat Stetson 7-1 in Fayetteville, and no trouble there for the Hogs. They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Didn't need to do much more after that. They scored 3 in the bottom of the fifth as well to take that 7-1 victory over the Hatters. Arkansas now 11-3 on the year as they take down Stetson. Meanwhile, in College Station, in the top of the 8th inning, it's number 22 Texas A&M in front of Oakland 6-3. The Aggies went down 3-0 in this ball game, but have scored the last 6 after that. Terrence Keel, the second for A&M, 2 of 3 at the plate with 2 runs scored. Meanwhile, in Lexington, number 21 Kentucky is actually behind 5-1 against the Citadel. An upset potentially brewing in the Heartland, as that is a 5-1 game, and first 3 runs scored in the 3rd inning for the Citadel, as Jackson Jelkin, the pitcher for the Wildcats, having a rough day so far. 5 earned runs, 7 hits in just 4 innings of work. Down in Oxford, Ole Miss in front of Evansville to score in that one 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning. For the Rebels, it's Hunter Elliott on the bump today with 4.1 or 4 1/3 innings thrown so far, with just 2 runs allowed and 3 hits, as they're trying to improve on their record are the Rebs. And in the top of the 2nd in Mizzou, the Tigers are trailing UIC Illinois Chicago 3-1 to score in that one early on, just top of the 2nd inning. And in the last game that is currently underway, it's the bottom of the 1st in Athens between number 11 Georgia and Queen's University of Charlotte. That one knotted at 0, scoreless in the bottom of the 1st. And right when our game gets going, it's a 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central window, but only game that goes on for an hour before a 5:30 Central game between number 19 Tennessee and Wright State on Rocky Top. 19th ranked Vols, 10-3 on the season, taking on the 4-6 Wright State side. Meanwhile, in another 5:30 first pitch, number 9 Florida, 13-1 on the season. They've won 13 straight. Look to extend that streak as they take on High Point at the Swamp. So that's a run through of some of today's SEC action. But of course, that includes our game between the Doors and the Bison, which is just about ready to get going from the Hawk. So we'll send it back there right now with Andrew Allegretta.
Jonah, thank you so much, and good afternoon. Welcome to Hawkins Field. We're live from Vanderbilt University at our corner of the Music City. Final non-conference weekend, Vandy welcomes North Dakota State to Nashville. It's the Doors at 8-6, and the Bison at 1-11. Time for the starting lineups presented by Martin Zerfos. We'll start off with North Dakota State. To lead things off, it's the center fielder, Dante Smith. Batting second is Caleb Corbin, the second baseman. Batting third is Colton Becker, left field. Batting fourth is Kyle Long, the DH. Batting fifth is Diego Trujillo, the third baseman. Batting sixth is Timon Long, right fielder. Batting seventh is Evan Gustafson, the first baseman. Batting eighth is Bennett Frieder. He's the catcher. And batting ninth is Caden Connor, the shortstop. And today's starting pitcher for North Dakota State is Parker Pitts, a junior from South Dakota. Head coach for North Dakota State is Tyler Oakes in his 5th season. Now for Vanderbilt at 8-6 so far this season, Logan Johnstone, right field, leads things off. Batting second, Brody Johnston, third baseman. Batting third, Mike Mancini, left fielder. Batting fourth, Braden Holcomb, center fielder. Batting fifth for Vanderbilt, the DH, Max Jensen. Batting sixth is Chris Maldonado, first baseman. Batting seventh is Riker Wake, he's the shortstop. Batting eighth is Corbin Reynolds, he's the catcher. Batting ninth is Rustin Rigdon, the second baseman. And Vanderbilt's starting pitcher today is Connor Fennell. Head coach for Vanderbilt in his 24th season is Tim Corbin. Well, those are today's starting lineups presented by Martin Zerfos. Contact Martin Zerfos for solutions to your insurance, risk management, and group benefit needs. Martin Zerfos, insuring Vandy fans since 1978. Well, very quickly, today's injury report presented by Vanderbilt Sports Medicine. Commodore Barzi continues to work his way back from a shoulder injury. He's getting close. Miller Green and Matthew Shorey still limited on the pitching side. We are just about set for first pitch. Temperatures in the mid-80s here today, a record high here in the Music City. Black uniforms with gold pinstripes for Vandy. Yellow uniforms trimmed in green with gray pants for North Dakota State. So Connor Fennell versus Dante Smith to start things off, the center fielder. As Scott Latendre calls the balls and strikes here today, John Brammer is at first base, Michael Snoper is at second base, and Michael Phillips is at third, the 4 umpires. Fennell versus Smith, the first pitch here today. Fastball, swing and a miss. Fastball, changeup, slider, and a cutter. It's a 4-pitch mix for Connor Fennell. As the righty throws. There's the changeup for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Right versus left. Dante Smith, the center fielder, a sophomore from Ajax, Ontario. The 0-2. There's a breaking ball that misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A good breeze to left field here today. And this 4:35 first pitch. We've got shadows halfway across the field so far. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Picked up by Corbin Reynolds. The catcher applies the tag on the back of Dante Smith to complete the strikeout for the 20th strikeout of the season for Fennell. Here's Caleb Corbin, second baseman. He's a 5'8" senior from Urbandale, Iowa, batting .318. First pitch, it's a strike, fastball. Numbers so far this season here for Fennell. 1 victory, no losses. There's a fastball for a strike, no balls, 2 strikes. A 4.11 ERA. Has 20 strikeouts, 3 walks, as he makes his 4th start of the season. Fastball goes up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. As Corbin Reynolds tries to frame it. And it's ball 2 on Caleb Corbin. Fennell throws. There's a swing and a miss picked up by Reynolds. Throws to first base. There's Baldo. There's your second out of the top of the first inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fennell. Here's Becker, left fielder, a senior from South St. Paul, Minnesota. First pitch. There's a fastball for a strike outside corner. No balls, 1 strike, batting .256. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Third baseman Brody Johnston in on the grass. The 0-1. There's a fastball for a strike, no balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. You've got Riker Wade, the shortstop. Rigdon's the second baseman. Maldonado plays first base here today. And Reynolds is the catcher. The 0-2. Struck him out. Got a fastball past him, and Connor Fennell strikes out the side here in the top of the first inning. Quite the starts for number 39, the junior from New Hampshire. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds. The Doors and North Dakota State, the Bison. We're scoreless so far. We go bottom first. Back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It means that you're a Commodore for life, ever ready to anchor down. This Vanderbilt tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Vanderbilt Business offers degree and certificate programs designed to help you gain the knowledge, connections, and confidence to achieve your unique goals. We're committed to creating opportunities for you to discover, grow, and thrive at every stage of your career, whether you're just starting out or working your way to the C-suite. Let our dedicated staff and faculty help you take the next step in your professional journey. Visit vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down today. That's vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down.
This is men's basketball coach Mark Byington, and you're listening to Commodore Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Anchor down.
Hey, best of luck to Mark Byington and Vanderbilt men's basketball tomorrow. Afternoon tip-off with Tennessee in Knoxville to close out the regular season before the SEC tournaments in Bridgestone. Coming up next week, of course, Vanderbilt women's basketball tips off here shortly with Ole Miss. A 5 p.m. tip-off on 94.9 The Fan with Jake Lemon on the call. Well, Vanderbilt Athletics would like to thank the local 615 partners for their continued support. Let's do our part in supporting those who support Vandy and shop local. Logan Johnstone filling things off, right fielder. Brody Johnston, third baseman. Mike Mancini, left fielder. 1, 2, 3 here for Vanderbilt. The Doors at 8-6 so far this season. Black uniforms and gold pinstripes here tonight. And the starting pitcher for North Dakota State is Parker Pitts, the 6'3" junior from South Dakota. Johnstone batting .340, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. Right versus left, first pitch, bottom of the first. As a fastball goes up and away, 1 ball, no strikes. We're scoreless so far as Fennell struck out the side back in the top of the first inning. Gorgeous afternoon here from Nashville. The 1-0. That's off the plate outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Record high here today, 85, 86 degrees. The old record, 83 back in 1910. Just a gorgeous afternoon. turned early evening. The 2-0. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Well, for Logan Johnstone, 3 balls, no strikes. He leads Vanderbilt in walks with 16 of them. We'll see if he gets number 7, the 3-0. There's a fastball that pummels outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Numbers 4 putts so far this season, of 5.91 ERA. Here's the 3-1. There's a strike outside corner, breaking ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No wins, 2 losses. Has 14 strikeouts, 8 walks. The 3-2. There's a breaking ball up, but away, ball 4. So indeed for Logan Johnstone, walk number 17 on the season. Here comes Brody Johnston. Hit his 6th home run of the season versus Troy back on Wednesday. That's good for second on Vanderbilt, behind, of course, Holcomb with 7. So Johnstone down at first base. Brody Johnston stands in. Right versus right here with Pitts. First pitch. There's a fastball off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, it's very early, but for Johnstone down at first base, a puncher's chance at the Vanderbilt single-season walk record of 63 back in 1993 by V. Hightower. That pitch, breaking ball off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. And from the stretch here for Pitts, he throws. A check swing, breaking ball to outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Of course, we've touched on as a team. For Vanderbilt, certainly a chance to break the single-season home run record as a team. 31 of them so far. 2019, Vanderbilt had 100. The 2-1. That's hit hard towards right field. It's got some carry here for Long at the track, at the fence, and it is gone! Opposite field home run for Brody Johnston. A 2-run smash here in the bottom of the first inning. Vanderbilt 2-0 with nobody down. It's the 7th home run of the season for the sophomore out of Ottawa. Picks up a Vandy stomp as he crosses home plate. Here's Mike Mancini, Vanderbilt 2. North Dakota State nothing, nobody down. And nobody on for Vanderbilt's left fielder, the senior from Endwell, New York. Here's the pitch on its way. Fastball for a strike, bottom part of the zone. Fastball at 93 here for Pitts. So opposite field home run for Brody Johnston off the netting beyond that right field fence. The 0-1. Mancini fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes. So back-to-back games with a big fly here for Brody. Up to 22 in his career. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. That's flared foul off the football stadium. Again, a good breeze here today, mostly to center field. May have helped a little bit for Brody. But again, that was a backside home run for Vanderbilt's third baseman. The 0-2. Mancini flips this one toward left field. Here's Becker at the warning track. Goes back and makes the catch. Good swing for Mike Mancini, but comes up a little bit short toward left field. Here's Holcomb. Now tied for Vanderbilt's home run lead with 7, batting .377. But up to 23 RBIs, that does lead Vanderbilt. Been fun to watch here in 2026. First pitch. Holcomb takes. It's a fastball to outside corner. Well, the defense here for North Dakota State, you've got Trujillo at third base. Connors the shortstop. Corbin plays second base. Into the shift right now. The 0-1. Bouncing ball swung on is hit toward third. It goes foul. No balls, 2 strikes. First baseman is Gustafson. And Fighters, the catcher, Becker plays left field. Smith is in center. And the right fielder for North Dakota State is Long. The 0-2 off the plate. Breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, good energy so far for Vanderbilt as Fennell strikes out the side in the top of the first inning. And Johnston already with a smash. Call third strike outside corner on Holcomb. Nice 2-seam fastball at 94 that time by Pitts as it grabbed the outside corner. Here's the 6'3" graduate students out of Burke, Virginia. Max Jensen stands in. The shift is on for him. Right versus left. And the pitch. Looping breaking ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes here for Jensen. Batting .250 so far. No home runs. 1 RBI. The 1-0. Here's a breaking ball for a strike. Inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike for Jensen. Had a backside double in the midweek game. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Elevates the fastball. Jensen underneath it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, certainly for Vanderbilt, if he gets going, that's an extra punch in this lineup. The 1-2. Up and away. Does not chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, had plenty of punch when he played for Cornell. But as we've discussed, coming off a leg injury from a season ago, as he gets his stride back. The 2-2. Foul tipped. It's dropped by the catcher, Freider. Does feel like teams are trying to beat Jensen with that elevated fastball, specifically over the plates, a little bit outside. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Elevates the fastball outside. Jensen strikes out. That does finish off the bottom of the first inning. But Brody Johnston picks up a 2-run home run. And the Doors go out in front, 2-0, as we go top of the second inning. Back in just a couple of seconds to Hawkins Field. After this, on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans. And as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When 2 historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
What's going on, Commodore Nation? This is the 2013 SEC Player of the Year, Tony Kemp.
Sensational play by Tony Kemp.
And you are listening to Vanderbilt Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, welcome back as we go top of the second inning. Handcrafted pies, fresh ingredients, and bold flavor in every slice. 5 Points Pizza, proud supporter of Vanderbilt Baseball, available in East and West Nashville. As Fennell continues here for Vanderbilt, he struck out the side back in the top of the first inning. Vanderbilt leads 2-0. The 7th home run of the season by Brody Johnston in the bottom of the first inning. Scored Logan Johnstone. And Vanderbilt again, 2-0 versus North Dakota State as we go top 2. It's the 32nd home run of the season for Vanderbilt, which is good for 2nd in the country, behind Georgia. First pitch, it's a fastball bottom part of the zone to Kyle Law. 4-5-6 part of the order here for Fennel. A 6'2" junior from Minnesota at the plate. That pitch is lifted foul, right field side, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, batting .364. No home runs, 4 RBIs. The 0-2 on its way. Fouls it off, right back. It's the fastball at 90 here for Fennel. Up to 22 strikeouts. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's the slider. Outside part of the plate, so 4 up and 4 strikeouts for Fennel. Has 23 this season. Had 84 of those last year. Here's Diego Trujillo, a 6-foot senior out of Laughlin, Nevada. Has a 179. Batting average here this season. No home runs, 6 RBIs. First pitch, swing and a miss, fastball, right versus left. Well, tough start to the season for North Dakota State, but a good, tough schedule. 1-11 for the Bison. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That's the changeup. No balls, 2 strikes. Got swept by Florida Gulf Coast. Got swept by South Florida. Lost to Stetson and Virginia at a tournament. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball that is down, picked up by Reynolds. A swing and a miss, throws to first base, brought in by Chris Maldonado, completes the strikeouts. 5 up, 5 down, 5 consecutive strikeouts for Fennel. Here's Timon Long, right fielder, a 6'1" senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Really good play by Corbin Reynolds there. First pitch. Right versus right, fastball for a strike. Boy, just 20 pitches so far for Fennel. No balls, 1 strike, he throws. That's hit hard toward the left side, but pulled foul. This is the 6th spot for the Bison, batting .161. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Base is empty, 2 down. Vanderbilt 2-0. The 0-2 on its way. Outside. That's the slider. Does not chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. One ball, 2 strikes as Fennel throws. Just missed a little bit tall with the fastball. Tries to get up to chase. Right fielder Long did not do so. Right versus right matchup. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 6 consecutive strikeouts for Fennel to start off the game versus the Bison. Outrageously good start here for the junior from New Hampshire. Quite the pitch. He strikes out Long. And 6 strikeouts through 2 for Fennel. We go bottom of the 2nd inning. Vanderbilt 2-0 versus the Bison. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
Reliable, quality, loved. Coach Corbin and the Vandy boys personify everything that's good about collegiate baseball. Same goes with San Antonio Taco Company. Dependable, the freshest made from scratch ingredients, and loved. Just like San Antonio Taco Company's con queso, the Vandy baseball mystique is famous. Now, we can't tell you how the score will turn out during each Vandy game this season, but we can tell you where to get the best Tex-Mex in Nashville before and after the game. You gotta go to Satco on 21st Avenue South and online at thesatco.com.
Hey, this is 2025 SEC champion Riley Nelson.
A grand slam! Riley Nelson! He drills it to right!
And you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball.
Hey, welcome back as we go bottom of the 2nd inning. Speaking of grand slams, Vanderbilt has 4 of those so far this season. That's more than Vanderbilt had in all of 2025. Of course, Nelson had one of them versus UC Irvine in that opening weekend, way back in 2025 in Arizona. But Chris Maldonado to lead things off here for Vanderbilt, 2-0. The Doors out in front here in the bottom of the second inning. It's Pitts versus Maldonado. 6, 7, 8 part of the order for Vanderbilt. Right versus right. Here's the first pitch by the junior. It's a fastball. Darts right down the middle. No balls, 1 strike. Gorgeous early evening here from Nashville. Glad you could join us and make us a part of your Vanderbilt game day. Clear skies and temperatures up in the 80s here today. The 0-1 fouls it off. Boy, just an awesome moment for Chris Maldonado versus Troy. His first home run since June 3rd of 2023. Of course, he has battled injuries each of the past 2 seasons, but was such a force for Vanderbilt his freshman season back in 2023. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A check swing elevates the fastball, does not go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, so much got made of R.J. Austin, the freshman that won the SEC Tournament MVP back in 23. But the freshman right behind him was Maldo. That pitch is swung on, bounced back up the middle. It's backhanded by Corbin. It's a long throw to first base, but he's got him. It's a 4-3 putouts. One down for Riker Waits, the 5'10" sophomore from Queen Creek, Arizona, batting .357. Has 2 home runs, one of those 4 grand slams for Vanderbilt, and 13 RBIs. A switch hitter batting from the left side. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. As pitch Roxanne fires. Breaking ball goes up and away. Well, congratulations to Riker. Was named to the Brooks Wallace Award watch list earlier this week for the nation's best shortstop. The 1-1. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, did he change his 2027 draft stock this past summer up in the Cape. He has made himself a top 30 prospect. The 1-2. There's a foul tip. It goes to the mid of Ryder. And Wade strikes out. There is 2 down. Base is empty for Corbin Reynolds. This is the 8th spot here for Vanderbilt. The 6-foot freshman out of Clarksville, Tennessee, batting .304, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 1 home run here for Corbin. And then 1 home run in Vegas at Las Vegas Ballpark versus Oregon last Sunday. The 0-1. There's a fastball for a strike, no balls, 2 strikes, regardless of when Barzy comes back, which he was going through some pregame workouts here today, which is a good sign. You still think that Corbin Reynolds is going to factor in here for Vanderbilt this season. The 0-2. Bounces it foul. No balls, 2 strikes, and once Barzy comes back, perhaps that's the Tuesday catcher for Vanderbilt to give Barzy a little bit of a break. Or if Vanderbilt has a doubleheader situation at some point, perhaps they could split. The 0-2. There's a swing and a miss as Pitts has settled down. 6 consecutive retired after the 2-run home run by Brody Johnston back in the first inning. But Vanderbilt takes a 2-0 advantage as we go to the top of the 3rd. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Bank, we've always been Vandy fans, and as the official bank of Vanderbilt Athletics, we're also teammates helping cheer on the Doors together. We're proud to add Commodore Pride to your wallet with our official Vanderbilt debit cards. Anchor down when you pay with Vanderbilt debit cards from First Bank. When 2 historic Tennessee teams join together, you get even more ways to bank on the Doors. Bank local, get more. First Bank, member FDIC.
Where can you find the city's hottest spots under one roof? At the Omni Nashville Hotel. This stunning 800-room hotel offers the perfect blend of southern charm and urban sophistication in the heart of downtown. Discover a variety of culinary delights with fine dining at Bob's Steak and Chop House, authentic southern flavor at Kitchen Notes, Nashville's newest lobby bar, The Pick, Barline's Honky Tonk, and of course, Music City's favorite cup of joe, Bongo Java. Get ready, Vandy fans. This is like nothing you've ever experienced before.
This is head coach Tim Corbin, and you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball on 102.5 The Game and 94.9 The Fan. Back to the booth and Andrew Alabretta.
Vandy wins it!
Welcome back as we go top of the third inning. As we get started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome back as we get started top of the third inning. Evan Gustafson to lead things off, first baseman. Bennett Frieder will follow. First pitch, it's a changeup, swing and a miss. And then the shortstop, Caden Connor, will follow. Off-speed pitch, misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Gustafson. By the way, 102 on the field here today, plus 8:30 a.m. The 1-1. That's fouled off. Of course, we're scheduled to be back on 94.9 The Fan tomorrow and 102.5 The Game on Sunday, but we gladly cede some ground for the basketball tournaments. Breaking ball misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So this week and next weekend throughout the month of March, be sure to pay attention to the Vanderbilt baseball schedule page, the 2-2. There's a pop-up left side of the infield. Riker Wade goes back. Here comes Mike Mancini. Left fielder calls off the shortstop. He'll make the catch. Has to contort and bend a little bit down at the hip, but makes the play. Here's the first out of the top of the third inning. Here's Bennett Frieder, the catcher, a 6'4" senior out of St. Andrews, Manitoba. First pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down. You can always find what station we're on the Vanderbilt baseball schedule page on VUCommodores.com. That pitch is fouled off. Right field side, no balls, 2 strikes, and of course on the Vandy Boys social channels. No balls, 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Fouls it off straight back. Best of luck to Vanderbilt women's basketball. You can check out Jake Lyman, 94.9 The Fan right now, as the 2-seed Doors take on Ole Miss in their first game of the SEC tournaments in South Carolina. The 0-2 here from Fennell. There's a slow tapper toward first base, bobbled by Maldonado, picks it up, goes to the bag, and gets the outs. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third inning, and Vanderbilt leads 2-0. And of course, Vanderbilt men's basketball takes on Tennessee. That's coming up tomorrow. First pitch, it's a changeup. It misses low to Caden Connor. A 6'2" left-hander, a freshman out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. Off-speed pitch misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. As Fennell throws the 2-0. Shows bunt, lays it down foul, third base side. Well, Coach Corbin told us to expect that here today, plus this weekend. This North Dakota State team, you've got to forget the perceptions of the lineup. Any one of these guys can put pressure on you for a variety of different ways. Of course, this is the 9th spot, so not totally unusual to see this spot in the order laid on a bunt, the 2-1. Misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard toward right field. Logan Johnstone is making his way toward the line. He will make the catch. That hangs up a little bit with the breeze pushing toward center field. And Logan Johnstone makes the catch in right field. 1-2-3 here for Fennell in the top of the third inning. Our score 2-0. Vanderbilt leads by 2. We go bottom of the third. Back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It means that you're a Commodore for life, ever ready to anchor down. This Vanderbilt tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores, at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, Commodore Nation? This is 2014 National Champion, Dansby Swanson.
It's tied up on a solo homer by Dansby Swanson.
And you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball.
Hey, welcome back, Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, a proud supporter of Vanderbilt Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Andrew Alec-Gooddick here in the booth. Jordan Weintraub back inside our network studios. John Michael Morris will join us in the top of the fourth inning. Rustin Rigdon to lead things off. Vanderbilt 2, North Dakota State nothing. Good start so far offensively for Vanderbilt as Brody Johnston hit his 7th home run of the season. That came back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Rigdon swings and bounces it foul. First base side, no balls, 1 strike here for Rigdon. 9th spot for Vanderbilt, Johnstone and Johnston to follow versus Parker Pitts, the 6'3" junior out of South Dakota. No balls, 1 strike. Rigdon takes a fastball outside corner. Perhaps not overly surprising, but the starting 9 here for North Dakota State does not have any natives in their starting 9. No balls, 2 strikes. Rigdon swings. He lifts this one down the left field line. This has got some carry toward the foul pole, and it is gone! It's a solo shot, the first of the season here for Rigdon. He rakes that deep and gone. Boy, that has got to feel good for Rustin Rigdon. New score, 3-0. At times it's been a little bit of a slow start for Rooster. But got a pitch over the plate, goes opposite field. Vanderbilt has 2 home runs, and both of them are backside home runs here today. Logan Johnstone now. Breaking ball drops in. Right versus left. No balls, 1 strike. Breeze to center field. Black uniforms with gold pinstripes. There's a fastball off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very good crowd here today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on its way by Pitts. That's hit hard towards center field for Smith. He will make its way toward the warning track, and it is gone! It's back-to-back home runs. Rustin Rigdon, and now Logan Johnstone. A pair of solo shots for the Vandy boys here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's his 4th home run of the season. Smith gave it a look at the warning track, but it goes up and out of here to dead center field for the graduate student out of Los Gatos, California. New score, Vanderbilt 4-0. Let's see what Brody Johnston can do. First pitch. Fastball is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Breaking ball is swung on. This one is popped up. First base side for Gustafson. Has to shuffle back towards second base. Makes the catch. 1 down. Well, that's the second time Vanderbilt has gone back-to-back with home runs this season. They did that back on Sunday versus Oregon with this guy, Mike Mancini and Braden Holcomb. Holcomb's 460-foot smash with an exit velo of 116 that day. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, for Mike Mancini, a modest 385 on his home run versus Oregon. The 1-0. Misses low, counted all the same. In fact, for Mike Mancini, his was a 2-run shot, and Holcomb's was a solo shot. Well, Vanderbilt up to 35 home runs this season. The 2-0. Fastball swinging a foul tip. 2 balls, 1 strike. Should correct myself. 34 home runs. 4 runs on 3 home runs here today. The 2-1. Shows bunt, lays it down third base side. This one is bouncing. A bare-handed play at third base by Trujillo. His throw to first base is not in time, and it bounces away from Gustafson. Mike Mancini is safe, down at first. Boy, I think if Trujillo lets this one go, it does bounce foul. But to Vanderbilt's benefit, he tries to make a bare-handed play, and Mancini is safe at first base. Infield single for Mancini. And time is called here for North Dakota State. He'll talk things over with Parker Pitts. Well, for Vanderbilt here in this bottom of the 3rd inning, a solo shot by Rigdon. A solo shot by Logan Johnstone. Brody Johnston popped up to the first baseman, and Mike Mancini picks up a bunt single. And Braden Holcomb is up next. Record for North Dakota State here in 2026 is 1-11, but Coach Corbin told us because of the way that they schedule, you kind of have to throw that to the side. Like, they have truly challenged themselves, and that's the strategy for Coach Oaks in his 5th season. It's worked out well. Last season, they won the Summit League Championship, and they played in the NCAA tournament in Arkansas versus the Razorbacks. They beat Kansas, eventually eliminated by Creighton, but they're very good. Those are games versus Florida Gulf Coast, Stetson, Virginia, now Vanderbilt. Here's Holcomb. Right versus right with Mancini at first. First pitch is swung on, and this is clobbered. It is destroyed. It is gone. It's the 3rd home run in the 3rd inning here for Vandy. He smashed it off the netting in right field, the 8th of the season for Holcomb. Goodness. Number 26 knew it. A casual toss of the bat as he jogged down to first base. He squared it up, and he just destroyed it to right field. New score 6-0. There's the 35th home run of the season for Vanderbilt. Max Jensen now, first pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. One ball, no strikes for Jensen. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike on Vanderbilt's graduate students out of Burke, Virginia. The 1-1. Breaking ball is on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 down. The 1-2. Fouls it off. Got the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Rigdon, Johnstone, and Holcomb, all with home runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2. Jensen swings. He's going to drive this one towards right field. Smith at the track, at the fence. He leaps, and it is gone. It's the first home run for Max Jensen here with Vanderbilt. That one goes up and out of here to right field. Smith gave it a try but could not get there. And Vanderbilt takes the 7-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. The fourth home run here for Vanderbilt of the third. Up next for Vanderbilt is Chris Maldonado. Quite the home run parade here for Vandy in the bottom of the third inning. Right versus right. First pitch by Pitts. Breaking ball misses inside. So with one down, bottom of the third inning, Vanderbilt has already crushed 5 home runs today. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Our score 7-0 in favor of Vanderbilt. The 1-1 fouls it off. One ball, 2 strikes on Chris Maldonado. With one down, bases empty, Pitts throws. A check swing, does he go? He did. And Maldo strikes out on a fastball elevated. John Brammer down at first base makes the call. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball goes up and away. The 1-0. There's a strike inside corner. Base is empty, 2 down. And Vanderbilt leads 7-0 with 5 runs across here in the bottom of the third inning. The pitch by Pitts. That's up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Riker. Well, so this is the first time Vanderbilt has gone back-to-back in the same game twice. Big swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Riker. Since 2022 versus Missouri. The 2-2. That skips low. Spencer Jones and Dom Keegan in the third inning on March 20th, 2022 versus Mizzou. And then Tate Kolick and Carter Young in the 7th inning. The 3-2. Inside ball 4. Of course, Vanderbilt does that twice in 1 inning here today. Here's Corbin Reynolds for Vanderbilt, bottom of the third inning. Again, home runs by Rigdon, Johnstone, Holcomb, and Jensen here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard back up the middle. It's a base hit here for Reynolds. Wait turns the corner at second base. He will hustle toward third. It's a single for Corbin Reynolds, the catcher for Vanderbilt. And there's doors at the corners here for Rigdon. Right versus left, first pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Again, Vanderbilt has hammered 5 home runs so far today, up to 36 this season. Between Johnston, Holcomb, Jensen, Rustin Rigdon and Logan Johnstone, the 1-0. That misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. It was Rustin Rigdon that got this whole thing started. A solo shot to left field, 0 for the Monster to start off the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 2-0. Rigdon swings, bounces a foul. First base side, 2 balls, 1 strike here on Rigdon. Two balls, 1 strike, and 2 on. Here's the pitch. Up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Well, Vanderbilt is coming off a 4-1 victory versus Troy back on Wednesday. It was Brody Johnston and Chris Maldonado with home runs in that game. The 3-1 fouls it off. Count goes to 3-2. Well, speaking of home runs, we've got Scotty Madison in attendance, which is not unusual. It does come to a bunch of games here for Vanderbilt. Sits right behind home plate, tied with Pedro Alvarez for the career lead at Vanderbilt with 49. The 3-2. Rigdon swings and fouls it off. It felt like some guys for Vanderbilt could challenge that record over the past 10 years or so, whether it's J.J. Bleday, Spencer Jones, Dominic Keegan, I suppose. But with this group, I suspect 49 is certainly in jeopardy by somebody. The 3-2 is on its way. Ooh, called 3rd strike, Rustin Rigdon. Not a huge fan, but Scott Latendry makes the call. And that finishes off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Vanderbilt scores 5 on 4 home runs. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
No matter how you slice it, Nashville's favorite pizza is 5 Points Pizza. 5 Points Pizza is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner in East and West Nashville with delicious weekday lunch and happy hour specials. Enjoy the lunch special combos of slices, salads, or garlic knots for as little as $11 on weekdays between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Can't enjoy hot pizza without a cold beer? Stop by between 2 and 6 p.m. on weekdays for any slice and any draft for just $8. To order, visit 5pointspizza.com.
Vanderbilt Business offers degree and certificate programs designed to help you gain the knowledge, connections, and confidence to achieve your unique goals. We're committed to creating opportunities for you to discover, grow, and thrive at every stage of your career, whether you're just starting out or working your way to the C-suite. Let our dedicated staff and faculty help you take the next step in your professional journey. Visit vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down today. That's vanderbiltbusiness.com/anchor down.
No matter how you slice it, Nashville's favorite pizza is 5 Points Pizza. 5 Points Pizza is open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner in East and West Nashville with delicious weekday lunch and happy hour specials. Enjoy the lunch special combos of slices, salads, or garlic knots for as little as $11 on weekdays between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Can't enjoy hot pizza without a cold beer? Stop by between 2 and 6 p.m.
Welcome back as we go top of the 4th inning. Andrew Allegretti here in the booth. Dante Smith at the plate for North Dakota State versus Connor Fennell. Here's the 0-1. We're going to miss. As always, we welcome John Michael Morris to the booth. What's going on?
What's going on, Andrew? That was quite a bomb fest that was going on while I was waiting to come in here with you.
We just clobbered some pitches. Nice breaking ball misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Vanderbilt has 5 home runs here today and 4 in that bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2 misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Certainly not trying to sound like I'm complaining, but I selfishly wish that they had saved a few of those for rally radio so they could go on the plus minus. But
oh, I know. The 2-2
Called third strike here for Fennell. He just dots it. Goodness for Fennell. Quite the start here today, here in the top of the fourth inning.
I mean, this is as sharp as we've seen Connor Fennell to this point in the season, and he's been good, but this is vintage Connor Fennell from last season. He's working with an insane pace right now, and it's a lot of strikes in the zone.
First pitch to Corbin. Fastball first strike. So gave this stats back in the bottom of the third, but that's the first time Vanderbilt has gone back-to-back twice in one game. That misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike since Missouri in 2022.
Wow, that was before I was here.
The 1-1. That's up and in. Vanderbilt swept Mizzou that season. It was Spencer Jones and Dom Keegan in the third inning, and Tate Colwick and Carter Young in the seventh. There's a strike outside corner. Count goes to 2-2. I'm pretty sure that was the third game of the weekend, and it gave Vanderbilt a pretty critical sweep. The 2-2. That's hit hard toward left field. Here comes Mike Mancini's going to let it drop, and it's a base hit.
It's tough to see that one fall in for the first hit of the evening, for sure. I'm not sure that Mike saw it right off the bat. And, of course, Mancini's not played a lot of outfield in his career to this point. He's still kind of getting his feet wet out there and getting used to what it looks like judging the ball off the bat there. It's a little different look than at second base.
Here's Becker. There's a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah, top of the fourth inning. It's a little bit early to think about that no-hitter sort of stuff, but that's the first hit of the game. If the score was a little bit different, I would say sure. It's 7-0.
Yeah.
It's the fourth.
Keep it in front if it's a tighter game, but maybe go for it there. Again, I think it's just Mike not having a whole lot of reps out there yet.
Yes. The 0-1. That's hit hard toward the right side. It's back-to-back hits here for North Dakota State. Picked up by Logan Johnstone. Throws to second base. There's Riker Waits. Runners at first and second with 1 down.
Well, the silver lining there is, Andrew, that was a clean base hit. But also, the first baseman would not have been anchored there and maybe he makes a play on that ball.
Right.
I don't know. We could have nots and what haves and what could use all night long.
Baseball is a brutal game when it comes to that sort of stuff. Here's a fastball that misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's see if I can get this right. Post hoc, ergo proctor hoc. After, therefore, because of. So does that base hit by North Dakota State happen because of what happened in left field? Breaking ball misses low.
I don't know. Are we getting into like laws of probability and stuff now?
That's a legal term. That was a swing and a miss, but goes through it. So 1 ball, 1 strike. It also means that I watched too much West Wing back in the day.
Okay.
That's all that is.
Can't say that I have watched a whole lot of West
We've
Wing.
had that conversation.
Yeah, familiar with it, but
Yes.
haven't really watched it.
The 1-0. There's a fastball, swing and a foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I just thought you were trying to show off your Syracuse education.
The 1-1. That misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, written by a Syracuse graduate.
Really?
Eric Sorkin.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about
that. We talked about that, too. That pitch is hit hard toward the left field side. It's in for a base hit. That's going to score 1 here for North Dakota State. Runners at the corners now. Post hoc, ergo proctor hoc. After, therefore, because of. Who knows on that play in left field, but
I'm not really sure how Law even hit that ball.
Neither do I. That was at his eyeballs.
That was at his eyeballs and running in at his face, and somehow he got the hands through the zone and got the barrel to the ball. You just got to tip your cap there.
First pitch is swung, hit toward the right side. It's a base hit here once again for North Dakota State. That gets through. It scores another run. New score 7-2 with 1 down. So that's Diego Trujillo, the third baseman. It's a bouncing ball to right field. So Smith and Corbin have both scored. And here comes Scott Brown.
Yeah, that was about a 4-hopper through the right side. None of these balls have particularly been squared up off of Fennell. Even going back to the first base hit that fell in front of Mancini. Nothing really been hit hard to this point. So very frustrating inning. Good visit here by Brownie. Just slow the inning down. Let Fennell breathe a little bit. He's still making his pitches. You know, like you said, this is baseball. It happens from time to time. There's nothing Connor has done in this inning that he could really do to change what's happened. They've just found some holes, and, it is what it is. It's not like we're hearing and seeing loud contact all over the field.
Oh, goodness, no. First pitch to Long. Fastball misses off the plate. So should correct myself. Corbin and Becker have scored, not Smith and Corbin. The 1-0. Misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Fastball for a strike outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Long. Big breaking ball, swing, and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down.
That was a good one there from Fennell. The slider at 70 miles an hour. Bottom just fell out of it.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The second strikeout of the frame here for Fennell. 2 outs.
Slider in the strike zone for strike 2, and then right there he just takes it out of the strike zone. That ball started off the plate and just continued to dive down into that left-handed batter's box. No chance there.
So 8 strikeouts here for Fennell. That is a season high. Here's the pitch. Misses low to Gustafson.
If you really want to be critical of this inning, you can say, well, Connor quit striking out everybody like he had the first couple innings. So that's the problem.
That does feel hypercritical, yes. The 1-0. That misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And with the base runners, and this is just like, this is what happens. With the base runners, his pace is slowed down too.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-0. Big swing and a miss. That's the changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners at first and second here for North Dakota State. Vanderbilt 7-2 is our new tally. Right versus left, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, got the fastball.
Now the fastball at 89 looks like it's about 95 or 96 when you throw it off of that changeup. That's exactly what Connor did there.
The 2-2. That's bounced toward the right side, backhanded by Maldonado. Flips off toward Fennell. He gathers. He makes the play at first base. It's a 3-1 putout that finishes off the top of the 4th inning. North Dakota State does score 2. New score is 7-2 here for Fennell with 8 strikeouts through 4 frames. We'll step aside. Come back in just a couple of seconds. Vanderbilt by 5 on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Happy Millionaires Day to you. Happy Millionaires Day to you. Happy Millionaires Day, dear Tennessee lottery player. Happy Millionaires Day to you and many more. Want the chance to celebrate a $1 million win again and again? Play the Millionaire for Life game from the Tennessee Lottery. With drawings every day, you could win $1 million a year for life. Talk about a gift that never gets old. Millionaire for Life from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Martin and Zerfoss believes that insurance is the foundation upon which businesses and families build their futures. For over 45 years, our locally owned agency has worked with companies and individuals to build coverage that helps lower their risks. For all personal, commercial, risk management, and group benefits, call Martin and Zerfoss at 615-297-8500 or visit mzinsurance.com. Insuring Vandy fans since 1978.
Hey, this is Nate Bargatze, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
27 outs, Vandy wins it!
Go Doors!
Hey, welcome back as we go bottom of the fourth inning. Vanderbilt 7-2 versus North Dakota State. Andrew Allegretti in the booth alongside John Michael Morris. Contact Martin and Zerfos for solutions to your insurance, risk management, and group benefit needs. Martin and Zerfos, insuring Vandy fans since 1978. It has been a home run fest for Vanderbilt so far. New pitcher for North Dakota State. We'll see if he can put an end to that. It's Garrett Shoup. A 6.75 ERA. Vanderbilt has 5 home runs so far today, including this guy, Logan Johnstone, his 4th of the season.
It was a pure swing by Logan Johnstone, too, back in the, I guess, what was that, the bottom of the third. Went dead central with that one.
Right versus left to start things off. Bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch by Shoup. There's a fastball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. The 1-1. As Johnstone takes inside. We'll keep tabs on Vanderbilt women's basketball here today, but goodness, the Ole Miss matchup has always been difficult for Vanderbilt women's basketball, and that continues here today, 35-12. That's bounced foul. First base side, 5:38 to go, second quarter. Now Vanderbilt nearly overcame a huge deficit versus Ole Miss earlier this season in Birmingham when they had to move the game out of Oxford. So we'll see if they can do that again. The 2-2 on its way. There's a breaking ball that misses inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You can listen to Jake Lyman over on 94.9 The Fan with that one right now. 5:17 to go. Second quarter, 35-12. Vanderbilt versus Ole Miss. The Doors trail. The 3-2. That's hit hard right side. It's a base hit here for Johnstone. So 2 for 2 on base all 3 times. And we'll see if he can score for the 3rd time.
Logan Johnstone's bat's starting to heat up again, which would be good for this team, especially, obviously, heading into next weekend. Kind of a mini slide for him over the last few games. Still getting on base, though, drawing those walks, but certainly would be good to have that bat swinging the ball, swinging well, I should say, over the next handful of weeks for sure, because as this offense goes, or so does he.
So it's sophomore versus sophomore here. Pickoff move back to first. Johnstone is safe. Brody Johnston's at the plate. 1 for 2 here today. Hit his 7th home run of the season, which tied him for first place on Vanderbilt with Braden Holcomb for a couple of batters.
Holk said not so fast.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Vanderbilt went back-to-back twice in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rustin Rigdon, Logan Johnstone, then Holcomb and Max Jensen. The 1-0. That's hit hard left side. Here is Connor. The shortstop goes to second. That's one. The spin to first. Not in time as Johnstone is safe. Hustles out the double play.
Tough ball to turn 2 on. Kind of over in the hole there. Not hit super hard. A little bobble there. I think that's ultimately what allowed Brody to be safe at first base. But a clean exchange by the shortstop.
Here's Mike Mancini, 1 for 2 here today. A bunt single back in the 3rd. Right versus left the pitch. That's bounced toward the right side. This is off the glove of Gustafson, the first baseman. Brody Johnston goes first to 3rd. He's in without a throw, and Mike Mancini is safe down at first base. Second single of the game for Vanderbilt's left fielder.
Mancini just using the turf to his advantage there. A high bounder that gets over the outstretched glove of the first baseman, who, of course, was in holding the runner on. You'll take it, man. You need a few of those to hit for a high average at this level throughout the course of the year. Makes up for all those hard hit balls right at people.
I was going to say, it would be great. You talk about Logan Johnstone coming out of that little mini skid. If you get Mike Mancini going, kind of that level of hot that he can get, that would be great as well. Here's Holcomb. First pitch, it's a fastball top of the zone for a strike at 88.
Boy, that was an impressive swing by Braden Holcomb the last time he was up. That completely cleared the net out there in right center field. I think that's the first time we've seen a ball completely go over the net, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. I missed that part. The 0-1. Here's a pop-up. This goes out to right field. Here's Smith. He'll drift off toward the gap. The center fielder makes the catch at third base. Brody Johnston tags up, and he will score. It's a sacrifice fly for Holcomb. His third RBI of the game. He's up to 26 this season, and Vanderbilt gets one of those runs back from the top of the fourth inning here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 8-2 on the sacrifice fly by Holcomb.
The RBI machine so far in 2026, number 26, Braden Holcomb. And that's what good baseball teams do. You've got to get that run home. You got a guy on third with less than 2 outs. But yeah, Andrew, that ball he hit out cleared the netting out there. First time I've seen a ball in a game go over the netting here. That was out onto 25th Avenue.
Did we catch a distance on it? Pickoff move back to first base. Mancini is safe. I've not seen it just yet.
My man, Zach Monash, told me that TrackMan had it at only 434, which was a little surprising to both of us.
Especially if you clear the netting.
Yeah.
Pickoff move back to first, and Mike Mancini is safe. Jensen's at the plate. He's 1 for 2, hit his first home run as a Vandy boy. Here's the pitch. Mancini goes. There's the throw down to second base, and he is safe. That throw from the catcher, Frieder, just a little bit wide of the bag. Connor had to go get it, and Mike Mancini slides in safe with his third stolen base of the season.
That was a great jump by Mancini at first base, and still made it a pretty close play, but a good slide to that far corner of the bag with the throw being just on the other side.
So 1 ball, no strikes here for Jensen. The pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
When you talk about hitters that it would behoove this team to get going, Max Jensen, I think, is one of those guys. Good to see him get into a ball there in his last at bat, get one out of here. Hopefully that can give him some confidence and he can get rolling.
The 1-1. That's inside. Did it get him? Yes, it did. So a back foot breaking ball gets the back foot of Jensen. He goes down to first base. Runners at first and second here for Vanderbilt.
Got him right on the instep there, that back foot. No question about that one, Andrew. We don't need any reviews.
After Wednesday. Was it Wednesday?
Yes, I think it was Wednesday. What day is it now? Is it Friday?
It's game day. That's all I know.
That's all I know. Did you see the celebration, though, when Max Jensen hit his home run and he was pointing to the ground? Because, you know, the guys usually, like, jump up and, like, bump chests and all that. Backstory to that after this pitch.
Okay. Here's Maldonado with 2 down. First pitch. Off the plate.
I found it funny because the whole reason Max Jensen has another year of eligibility is because he tore his knee celebrating a home run, jumping up with his teammates after hitting it last year. So he was pointing to the ground, be like, no, we're going to keep this one on the ground.
Lesson learned. There's a fastball for a strike inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. I should have pieced that together. That's right. So lesson learned for Jensen.
Yeah, he no matter how many more he hits this season, I can't imagine you're going to see him leaving his feet over there in front of the bunker.
0 for 2 so far today from Aldo. That pitch is swung on. This one is lifted towards right field here for Long. He's at the fence. He's going to run out of room, and it is gone. Lift off for Moldo. And a 3-run blast here in the bottom of the 4th inning to right field. It goes off the netting, the second of the season for Chris Maldonado, and the second in as many games.
Back-to-back games, Andrew, as you said. Chris Maldonado, what a swing. Gets a pitch on the outer portion of the plate, and that's how you know Chris Maldonado is starting to get locked in. He stayed right on that ball and drove it out to right field. Second home run of the season, second in as many days, and Chris Maldonado, I would say, Andrew, is pretty hot right now.
Goodness, 11-2 here for Vanderbilt in the bottom of the 4th inning for Riker Waits. First pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's 6 home runs on the night.
And how many of them have been truly pulled? Any of them? The 1-0. That's hit hard down the right field line, and it bends foul.
Jensen and Logan Johnstone straightaway center field. Brody Johnston opposite field. Maldonado opposite field. Rigdon opposite field. Holcomb opposite field.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the argument that Jensen's is the most pulled out of that, kind of out in right center-ish field, but yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Riker swings, bounces it toward the right side. It's throw for a base hit for Riker Waits. 11-2 for Vanderbilt. They score 5 in the bottom of the third inning. They've scored 4 here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Another ball up the middle of the field, and of course that is always a point of emphasis for this offense underneath Coach Esposito is use the middle of the field, stay up the middle, and as a result, sometimes you're going to have a lot of backside balls when your approach is on point, and that's a good observation by you tonight, Andrew.
Once in a while. Here's Reynolds. Fouls it off, breaking ball. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down.
It takes a strong hitter to be able to hit a ball out backside too.
Which I guess just underscores how strong Holcomb is.
True.
To go backside over the net. That's up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Corbin Reynolds. The 8th spot for head coach Tim Corbin. Pickoff move for shoot back to first base. Wade is safe. Well, so far 3 stolen bases this season for Riker. Caught stealing once. One for 2 for Corbin, the freshman out of Clarksville. Pickoff move back to first. Riker was leaning, and he is caught stealing. You could see the lean from Riker. And a good pickoff move by Garrett Shoup. That will finish off the bottom of the fourth inning, but Vanderbilt picks up 4 more runs, including a 3-run home run for the first baseman, Chris Maldonado. We go top of the 5th inning. Vanderbilt by 9. Back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey Vandy fans, life's like baseball. You never know when you'll take a bad bounce. But when you do, trust Ponzi Law to step up to the plate. For over 30 years, they've been hitting it out of the park for injury victims. Every year, Ponzi Law recovers millions of dollars for their clients. If you're hurt in an accident or on the job, Ponzi Law is the team you want in your corner. Don't strike out. Call Ponzi Law at 615-244-4321. Ponzi Law, justice for all.
This is men's basketball coach Mark Byington, and you're listening to Commodore Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield. Anchor down.
Welcome back as we go top of the 5th inning to Hawkins Field. A gorgeous evening here today. Temperatures were up in the 80s here today. A record high on this day.
Was it?
That's what I was told.
Wow, I knew it was warm. I didn't realize it was a record. And watch it be like, I don't want to jinx anything, but watch it be like sub 40 next weekend.
Oh, without question. Which, for those boys from Baton Rouge, bring on the 40s.
I'd be fine with it.
I think 85, 86 degrees here today, which topped a record from 1910 is what I was told.
Wow. Did you get that from Davis Nolan?
From Will Owens.
Oh. Well, I don't believe Will Owens as much as I would believe Davis Nolan.
I agree, but Will is, I think he would call himself an amateur meteorologist. He dabbles in the weather sciences. Here's Prider. That's sprung on, cued toward the right side. Picked up by Maldonado. The first baseman goes to the bag. Gets the out. There's one down on 1 pitch here for Fennell. Well, Modelo is brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Vanderbilt 11-2 here in the top of the 5th inning versus North Dakota State, who's 1-11 so far this season, but has played a very difficult schedule with Florida Gulf Coast, with Stetson, with Virginia. Of course, now Vanderbilt. Their one victory coming versus Monmouth. There's a fastball that misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
and a program that won their conference tournament last season and faced off against Arkansas in the regional. There's a fastball outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down.
Yeah, they gave Arkansas everything they could handle in that regional last year in Fayetteville.
Off-speed pitch misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
This is a good program year over year, so do not let the 1-11 record fool you.
That misses off the plate. Count goes to 3-1. The 3-1 fouls it off. Count goes full. Base is empty, 1 down.
The thing about it is Fennel controlled the game so much early on. There were no base runners, and then of course Vanderbilt had that big inning.
That pitch is popped up toward left field. Here's Mike Mancini on the warning track, makes the play. Here's your second out. As Caden Connor flies out to left field.
I was going to say this North Dakota State team is at their best when they can play their game, which offensively is a lot of movement. You know, bunts, running, hit and run, that kind of thing, and they just haven't had an opportunity to get their offense going tonight. So credit Connor Fennel for that and credit the big inning by the Doors.
Here's Smith. That's off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes.
You're obviously much less apt to do running and play the short game, that type of thing, when you're trailing big in a game.
That pitch right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike on Smith. As Fennel throws. That's hit toward the right side. It's over the glove of Brigden into right field for a base hit. That's the first hit of the game for Dante Smith. Top of the order for North Dakota State.
I still don't think we've seen a ball truly barreled up yet against Connor Fennel. I wouldn't call that a cheap hit, but kind of down off the end of the bat, just over the head of Rustin Rigdon there.
Right versus right with Corbin. That pitch is grounded back up the middle. That's a base hit here. Runners at first and second as Holcomb comes up with it and throws to Riker with 2 down. Runners at first and second.
Again, right now they're just kind of hitting them where they ain't when they're getting these base hits. Ball not necessarily smoked up the middle there. It was about a 4 or 5 hopper right up the middle of the field. Just tough luck for Connor Fennel tonight in some regard.
Here's Becker. There's a pop-up. That drifts foul. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down. 8 strikeouts here today for Fennel, which is a season high. Had 7 strikeouts twice versus TCU in that very first game for Vanderbilt, as well as the Marist game. Pickoff move back to second, not in time. Of course, the career high for Fennel was 12 strikeouts in Oxford last season. A 12 strikeout performance for the SEC Pitcher of the Week.
I believe that was a complete game, right? 7 innings?
It sure was. The 0-1. Just misses. Fastball up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that was at a time when we really needed it, too. We dropped the first 2 games of that series, and Fennel went out there and gave you exactly what you needed on that day, and the team really took off from there.
The 1-1. Fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and look at the schedule, but I think that game was kind of teetering whether you were going to remain above 500 in the conference or fall back to 500.
Yeah, it was right there. That stretch versus Oklahoma and Ole Miss. Pickoff move back to second. Ooh, that was a little bit dicey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think Fennel wanted to pick and then noticed that no one was there, so good job by him to just go ahead and make the throw anyway safely to Riker Waite.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's strikeout number 9 here for Fennel today. And that finishes off the top of the 5th inning. 9 strikeouts for Fennel through 5 here tonight. Got the fastball elevated past North Dakota State to finish off the top of the 5th inning. Our score 11-2. Doors by 9. We'll step aside as we've reached twilight here in the Music City. Lights are on at Hawkins Field. Back in just a couple of seconds after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold, so you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So, crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It means that you're a Commodore for life, ever ready to anchor down. This Vanderbilt tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
What's up, Commodore Nation? This is Will Toffee, part of the 2015 World Series team.
A towering two-run drive by Will Toffee.
And you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network.
Welcome back as Corbin Reynolds will lead things off here in this bottom of the fifth inning. Right versus right with Shoot. First pitch is on the way. Reynolds takes up and away. Breaking ball. Andrew Allegretti here in the booth alongside John Michael Morris. Glad you could join us. Bottom of the fifth inning. Vanderbilt by 9. 11-2 with 6 home runs here today. The 1-0. That's off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Reynolds. 1 for 2 today. On deck is Rustin Rigdon. And Shoot, the sophomore, throws. Up and away. 3 balls, no strikes to Reynolds. Let's see, so Johnston, Johnstone, Holcomb, Maldonado, Jensen. The 3-0. Up and in. And Rigdon all have home runs here today. Ball 4. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. First home run of the season for Rustin Rigdon back in that 4th inning. A subtle shot to left field. He's got Corbin Reynolds down at first base. Black uniforms with gold pinstripes. Yellow uniforms trimmed in green for North Dakota State. Here's the pitch. Fastball bottom part of the zone. No balls, 1 strike for Rigdon. Batting .265. 1 for 2 today. The 0-1. That's up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the team that's here, Wisconsin Superior, I don't know if that's NAIA or Division II or Division III, but that's coached by the brother of North Dakota State's head coach. The 1-1. That goes up and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talked about that with Coach Corbin before the game a little bit, just kind of happenstance. But they, I guess, do this every single season, and they split up their drive from Wisconsin to Florida and practice here at Vanderbilt. This is Wisconsin Superior. That misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike, and of course Corbin takes an affinity to that because that is just hardworking people getting on a bus, playing baseball, traveling. He kind of made that akin to his Ohio Wesleyan days. The 3-1. That's hit toward the right side. It's gloved by the first baseman. Makes the play. He throws down to second. They get the double play. Now, Ty Blankmeyer is going to double check with Brammer because I kind of thought I saw the same thing. Yeah. That Gustafson perhaps only tagged the green base, which he cannot do in this situation. So indeed, Rigdon, I just saw that on the monitor. Tell me if I missed something. But I think Rigdon is going to be safe. Now, Reynolds should be out on the tag down at second base.
Yeah, I think you're all over it, Andrew. So was Coach Blankmeyer. He certainly did step on that green bag. I was even wondering if the ball was even fair. It was close.
There is a possibility of the left foot having tagged
the white base. But the first baseman, Gustafson, only tagged the green base, and Blankmeyer did a fantastic job at first to keep Rigdon there. One down.
It's interesting that they even looked at the Corbin Reynolds play. So is it like in the NFL where they look at the play in entirety, or just what's being challenged?
Unless for some reason there's a feeling that the whole play was kind of as one.
Right.
I don't think it's the NFL situation. First pitch to Johnstone is swung on a hit towards center field here for Smith. Makes the catch. Rigdon has to shuffle back to first base, and Brody Johnston is next. 11-2. Vanderbilt leads bottom of the 5th inning.
It's another barrel for Logan Johnston, or Johnstone, I should say. Dang it, Andrew. I just did it for the first time this season.
Welcome to the party. It's a fun place.
I knew I wasn't going to do it this year, though. I'm better than that.
Evidently not. Rigdon safe at first base.
Logan Johnstone
has barreled some balls here today.
Sure has.
And so has Brody Johnston. Pickoff move back to first. Riker is safe. 1 for 3 here today for Brody. Home run back in the first inning, his 7th of the season. A 2 RBI shot for Brody Johnston, up to 15 RBIs. The pitch. Brody swings, bounces it, foul. Ooh. Really close at third base, and Trujillo deserves some credit to go diving after that one, to keep it in front of him. But it's ruled foul by Michael Phillips, our third base umpire today. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Vanderbilt 11-2.
That was an impressive stop there. Superman dive. You know, Corbs appreciates that. We always talk about getting a rep, even on the foul ball. So I bet Corbs had something to say to him there as he flipped Corbs the foot baseball.
I was going to say, he flipped him the baseball. The 0-1. That's fouled off. Not quite the Diego Pavia chest bump, but no. Diego Trujillo did flip him the baseball. The 0-2. Rigdon goes, it's swung on. Hit toward the left side plate by Connor, throws to first base. There's the stretch for Gustafson. And Vanderbilt does not tack on any runs for just the second time here today to finish off the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 in the bottom of the first, 5 in the bottom of the second, 4 in the bottom of the 4th. Vanderbilt 11-2 versus North Dakota State. We go top of the 6th inning with Connor Fennell as he grabs the baseball. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Are you looking for more chances to try out your victory dances? The multiplayer instant games from the Tennessee Lottery feature chances to win up to $1 million. That means you could be minutes away from the Shelbyville Shuffle, the Chattanooga Cha-Cha, the Memphis Mambo, or maybe even the Tri-Cities Two-Step. The multiplier instant games, only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. Or maybe the Bucksnort Boogie. What about the Nashville Nene? The Paris Pas de Dieu.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
What's going on, Commodore Nation? This is the 2013 SEC Player of the Year, Tony Kemp.
Sensational play by Tony Kemp.
And you are listening to Vanderbilt Baseball on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello from inside the Learfield Network studios. Jonah Weintraub here with some quick score updates from across the SEC. Bottom of the 7th in Lexington. Number 21 Kentucky just took a 7-5 lead on the Citadel after trailing for the majority of that one. End of the 5th in Columbia, where Missouri is down to University of Illinois Chicago. The score in that one 12-4. End of the 5th between the Tigers and the Flames. Also end of the 5th in Athens, where number 11 Georgia leads Queens University of Charlotte 9-2. That one a much wider margin than some of the other games across the league. And speaking of tight games, top of the 3rd, it's early, but Wright State up 1-0 on number 19 Tennessee on Rocky Top. So now we'll keep it in the state and send it back to Nashville with Andrew and John Michael Morris for the rest of our game, top of the 6th between Vanderbilt and North Dakota State.
right, Jonah, thank you so much. 11-2 as Fennel continues here in this top of the 6th inning. First pitch. Oh, it's a hit by pitch as it slips out of the fingertips of number 39. So Kyle Long, the DH, goes down to first base for Diego Trujillo.
Just a backup slider there on Connor Fennel, as you said, just slipped out of the fingers.
One for two for Trujillo. Right versus left the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball, 87. With that elite extension from Fennel. I haven't gone through all of the reasons why he's an outlier with a fastball at 87. But a lot of it has to do with that induced vertical break and the extension of Fennel. The 0-1. Cutter did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Extension and the exceptionally low release height.
That's right. Missed that one.
It's like a 4.8 release height, something like that?
Something crazy. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. It's like 7 feet something on that extension too.
Yeah, which is elite.
Yes. It makes that fastball 87 to 89. Play like 93 to 95. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's strikeout number 10. It's double digits here for Fennel versus the Bison.
And once again, that fastball just thrown right by Trujillo. 89 up in the zone. Probably looked like 95.
A knee buckler, too, for Trujillo as he fell down after that swing out of his cleats. Right fielder Long to the plates. 0 for 2 for him. 2 strikeouts so far versus Fennel. Here's the pitch. Breaking balls. Swing and a miss. That's the slider. No balls, 1 strike.
We saw him drop that one down to... He's always good for 1 or 2 69-mile-an-hour breaking balls in the game.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, that is a difficult velocity gap to cover.
Pickoff move back to first. Runner is safe. Yeah, fastball 87 to 89. Drops the slider at 69 to 71. The changeup is absolutely elite at 79 to 80. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And all of those things are significant. It's the competitiveness and the fearlessness that is the true separator for Fennel.
100%. The conviction with which he throws all 3 of those offerings.
The 0-2. Breaking ball misses off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know we had Devin Futrell a couple of seasons ago, but not many Southeastern Conference guys will trot out an 89-mile-per-hour fastball as their Friday guy. Vanderbilt will because of Fennel's edge. The 1-2. That's hit toward left field. This one is peeling toward the line, and it is going to drop in foul.
No, he certainly proved last season that he could pitch in this conference. I mean, what would you say his worst start of SEC play was last year?
Boy, start? I don't know.
Arkansas, maybe, and that was good.
He came out of the bullpen a couple of times, and it was a little bit less clean. I think the Florida series wasn't quite as clean for him, I think, out of the bullpen.
But I think he was out of the pen in that series, right?
Yes. The 1-2. Breaking ball is off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I know Arkansas hit a couple of home runs off of him, but I think they were solo shots.
Arkansas went 5 innings, 3 runs. I should say 3 hits, 2 runs. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 11 on the changeup that time.
It's not fair. It's like he had a string attached to that ball, the proverbial pulling of the string right there. It's like, nope, you're going to swing at it. I'm going to pull it back just a little bit. Closing in on that career-high strikeouts, Andrew.
Of 12. Swing and a miss. Alabama was the worst start. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 5 runs.
That's right. I knew it was a red crimson-y colored team.
That starts with A. The 0-1. That's hit toward the right side, bouncing up the middle. It's going to get through here for Gustafson. Runners at first and second. Vanderbilt 11-2.
That was the Sunday against Arkansas where Holcomb walked it off, right? Brody Johnston tied it with 2 outs, and then Holcomb.
Oh, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was exceptionally cold that day out of nowhere, too. I just remember that.
On May 4th.
Yes.
Here's Freiter. Up and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down. Runners at first and second. The 1-0. Breaking ball is hit toward the left side, played by Johnston. Jogs off toward third base. He makes the tag. And that finishes off this top of the 6th inning. So 11 strikeouts here for Connor Fennell as he continues to deal versus North Dakota State's. Quite the performance for the junior out of Londonderry, New Hampshire. We'll step aside. Come back in just a couple of seconds. Vanderbilt 11, North Dakota State 2. Bottom of the 6th inning after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Nashville, there's a new way to cheer on the Commodores. Jackalope Brewing Company is proud to brew Conquer and Prevail Pale Ale, Vanderbilt's craft beer collaboration with Jackalope Brewing Company. Stop by Memorial Gymnasium, the Jackalope Brewing Company tap room, or your favorite local beer store and ask for Conquer and Prevail. Crafted in Nashville, built for good times. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It means that you're a Commodore for life, ever ready to anchor down. This Vanderbilt tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Hey, this is 2025 SEC champion Riley Nelson.
A grand slam! Riley Nelson! He drills it to right!
And you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball.
Welcome back as we go bottom of the 6th inning. Vanderbilt leads by 9, 11-2. Here from Hawkins Field, game 1 of a 3-game set between Vanderbilt and North Dakota State. Vanderbilt with 6 home runs here today, up to 37 this season. They trailed Georgia, who coming into today had 43 of those. And third place was Miami and NC State with 29.
It's a lot of home runs, Andrew. People can talk about the field being smaller if they want, and maybe there's a couple balls today that wouldn't have been out of here last year. But this field still plays just as fair as other stadiums including Georgia's field.
100%. Here's Mike Mancini. Here's the pitch. That's up and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
I'm sorry, you've got to hit a ball further here down the right field line to get it out than you do at Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
That's right. And at Georgia. It's like 310.
It's so tiny.
Kudzu Hill, I think is what it's called. The 1-0. That's hit toward the right side. Backhanded by Gustafson. Goes to the back. There's your first out. As Mike Mancini is retired.
Allegedly,
Walker Grisante.
I was literally about to say that. Allegedly, our strength coach, Walker Grisante, hit one that completely just went over that hill up there or on top of it or something.
He sure does look like someone that could do that. He's got a little J.D. Rogers in him, right? Like super strong.
Yeah.
Didn't play a ton.
I was just
but
thinking,
if he connected with a baseball, holy smokes, for Grisante.
Omaha Challenge winner himself, just like J.D.
Here's Holcomb. First pitch is fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Vanderbilt by 9, 11-2. Bottom of the 6th inning.
And ironically, I think J.D. Rogers' first home run as a Commodore came at Georgia on that hill, right?
At Kudzu Hill. That was an interesting day.
Sure was.
Yeah. The 0-1. That's swung on, poked foul. Bobbled and dropped by Ty Blankmeyer.
That wasn't pretty. Coach Blankmeyer's not going to like the film on that play.
Especially for the infield coach, right?
Yeah.
I know Coach Corbin does a lot of that, but Ty works a ton with the infielders.
He's an infielder himself. Played at St. John's in the Reds organization.
The 0-2. That's hit left side. It's gobbled up by Connor. He steps, he fires off to first base. There's Gustafson. And it's a 6-3 put out here. 11-2. Vanderbilt by 9. 2 down. Here's Max Jensen. Well, don't forget that the Tennessee Lottery is proud to have raised more than $8 billion to support education programs in our states. Right versus left, the shift is on here for Jensen. 1 for 2 here today. First pitch is on its way. Up and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. It's Shoop versus Jensen. First home run is a Commodore for Jensen today. The 1-0. Outside corner off-speed pitch. It's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Jensen takes outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Shoop shakes off 1 pitch. Gets what he likes and throws the 2-1. Jensen hits it hard first base side. It's knocked down by Gustafson. There's a hustle toward the bag, and Jensen is going to be the 3rd outs. But that is a little bit of tough luck there for Jensen as the shift for North Dakota State works out just fine. That finishes off the bottom of the 6th inning. We go top of the 7th. Vanderbilt leads by 9. 11-2. Back in just a couple of seconds to Hawkins Field after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from their field.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Because all that can wait. Your friends shouldn't. There are good stories to be made. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Take advantage of exceptional lease offers today.
This is head coach Tim Corbin, and you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball on 102.5 The Game and 94.9 The Fan. Back to the booth and Andrew Allegretta.
Vandy wins it!
New pitcher here for Vanderbilt. We'll touch on that in just a second. Our score 11-2. Vandy leads by 9 runs. Andrew Allegretta in the booth alongside John Michael Morris with Jonah Weintraub back inside our network studios. Of course, split over to 102.1 The Ville and 8:30 a.m. here in Nashville today. Always streaming on the Vanderbilt Athletics app as well as the Varsity Network app. And don't forget, we are more than happy to slide here this month of March as the basketball programs, fingers crossed, can make a deep run. So be sure to always pay attention to VUCommodores.com and the baseball schedule page you can always find just below the game, where the game is being broadcasted, which station, and of course on the Vandy Boys social channels. Hope you can join us, speaking of, tomorrow for Vandy and North Dakota State, 2 p.m. first pitch here in Nashville. Coverage on 94.9 The Fan and always streaming, as mentioned, on the Vanderbilt Athletics app. I do believe we're going to get a little bit of weather tomorrow, so stand by. 'Tis the season of basketball and passing storms.
It's spring. It's spring in Nashville, Andrew. You just never know. As long as that lightning stays outside of that 8-mile bubble around campus, we'll be okay.
Yeah, just let it breeze through for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's fine. So Fennel is finished here for Vanderbilt. 6 innings pitched, 95 pitches, 7 hits, 2 runs, 11 strikeouts, no walks for Fennel. Also, for what it's worth, no home runs, which I do feel like is notable for Fennel because he does get hit with a couple of solo shots here or there. Gave up 2 home runs in each of his first 2 performances this season.
Yeah, solo shots, like we always talk about, they're not going to beat you, but that is, when he does get hit, sometimes teams take him out of the ballpark and it's a solo shot. There was really no hard contact today. Even those, 7 hits?
Yes.
I don't know that one of them was really hit that hard.
Here's Nate Schlody. First pitch is a fastball up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. I only bring that up because in SEC play, a solo shot is unlikely to beat you. But if games are close, you never know. The 1-0. There's a fastball up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Games could be 5-4, 6-5.
Yeah, they can beat you late.
Late. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 93 for Schlody. Tell us about Nate Schlody.
Yeah, they're one of those young, exciting freshman arms that we have. We haven't seen him quite as much as we've seen some of the other arms, but there's a lot of upside with this kid and a lot to like.
The 2-1. Fastball outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got a full complement of pitches. 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider, curveball. I think he even has a changeup he'll mix in there from time to time, but he really spins the baseball well.
The 2-2. Misses up and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I think as this kid continues to make the adjustment from high school to college, you're going to see him become elite in the future.
The 3-2. Fastball misses inside. So Caden Connor, the shortstop, picks up a walk to start things off here in the top of the 7th inning.
Didn't miss by a whole lot, maybe just a hair off that inside corner. And I think that's the biggest thing for Schlody right now. It's just finding that command because the stuff is there. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, he can really spin the baseball. Talking the fastball and the breaking ball.
Here's Dante Smith, right versus left. First pitch. Fastball is swung on, fouled off, back toward First Bank Stadium. Which, buy your tickets now. The Eagles in concert, May 9th at First Bank Stadium.
I was so close to pulling the trigger today, Andrew. Not for me, because we'll be gone. Thinking about maybe surprising the parents.
On sale now. Today was the first day. Breaking ball misses off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. At Vanderbilt at Missouri. I wonder if there's an elite concert in Columbia that day.
I've never been to Columbia, so this will be my first trip.
The 1-1. Breaking ball, 4 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No jokes aside, it's a nice college town. Baseball field certainly leaves something to be desired, especially in the Southeastern Conference, but they've done a great job elevating their football facility. Their basketball team has been consistently pretty good. There's a nice college downtown sort of thing. The 1-2. Call third strike outside corner. Got him. Schlody gets the strikeouts. That's his 3rd strikeout of the season.
I talked about how this kid can spin the baseball and manipulate it right there, and he goes with the slider back door right there. 81 miles an hour, started it out off the plate, came back, caught the outside edge. Good pitch.
Here's Caleb Corbin, second baseman. Right versus right, first pitch. Breaking ball. It's a strike, bottom part of the zone. No balls, 1 strike, right versus right for the freshman from outside of Kansas City, Missouri. And Kansas City, Kansas, I suppose.
Schlody?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kansas. Kansas City, Kansas. Still a Chiefs fan, though.
They're the same. Like the city runs through both. Breaking ball for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, but it's a big deal. They're talking about the fact that the Chiefs' new stadium is going to be in Kansas.
Yes.
Now, like that's got people a little upset.
It's in a parking lot now with Kaufman. The 0-2. Swing and a foul tip.
And the Bears move into Indiana, potentially, I hear.
Goodness.
What are we doing?
M-O-N-E-Y.
You're doing the Diego Pavia right now.
M-O-N-E-Y. Ain't it all. No balls, 2 strikes on Corbin. The pitch by Schlody. That's swung on, grounded toward the left side. There's Riker, goes to second. That's 1. The spin by Rigdon. Stretch by Maldo. They've got the double play. That ends the top of the 7th inning.
What a turn there, Andrew. Great job by Riker Waite there, giving ground, and still the quick release, and then Rustin Rigdon with a strong throw from second base to complete that double play.
Are you staying?
Oh,
That's what I was asking.
Oh.
Whatever you want, man. I'm in
like
your world.
It kind of feels like you want me to leave. So
No, I want you to stay. I'm in your world.
I'm going to go down there in anticipation of us walking it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. How about that?
I'm game for that. JM, thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. I'll see you tomorrow.
11-2. Vanderbilt leads by 9. Back with the bottom of the 7th after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's earned through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. It means that you're a Commodore for life, ever ready to anchor down. This Vanderbilt tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, proud sponsor of the Commodores at your Tennessee Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Hey, Commodore fans, the Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt is your headquarters for week-long entertainment. Stop by the Commodore Grill and enjoy live music from some of Nashville's best songwriters from 6 to 10 p.m., 7 nights a week. Grab a cup of Bongo Java from our coffee bar Brew to start your morning. Brew is in the main lobby. The Holiday Inn West End Vanderbilt, just walking distance from the stadium. The game starts here.
What's up, Commodore Nation? This is 2014 National Champion, Dansby Swanson.
It's tied up on a solo homer by Dansby Swanson.
And you're listening to Vanderbilt Baseball.
Well, dual border here for Vanderbilt in the bottom of the 7th inning. Chris Maldonado to lead things off. Riker waits. And Corbin Reynolds, 6, 7, 8 versus Garrett Shute. So far, 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs here for Shute. 1 for 3 for Chris Maldonado with a home run. A 3-run shot. First pitch. That's popped up. This goes straight back and out of play. No balls, 1 strike here for Maldo. Vanderbilt has crushed 6 home runs here today. First pitch. Should say second, off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rustin Rigdon, Chris Maldonado, Brody Johnston, Logan Johnstone, Max Jensen, and Braden Holcomb. Up to 37 home runs here this season. The 1-1. That's hit hard toward the left side. It's under the glove of Trujillo, the third baseman. That goes to left field. Becker is going to track it down. Maldo's going to hustle to second base. The throw is late. And Vanderbilt gets a runner down at second base to start off the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, Vanderbilt leads by 9. So if Vanderbilt scores 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th inning, they can walk off this game. One for 2 for Riker. A single and a walk so far today. First pitch. That's hit towards right field. That is deep back toward the fence, and it's going to hit off the top of the fence. Chris Maldonado, he turns the corner. He's going to be held at third base, and Riker goes to second with a double. If that was the old height of the fence, 8 instead of 10, Vanderbilt has won the game. Not quite just yet. A pinch hitter here for Vanderbilt as Alkai Kea takes the spot of Corbin Reynolds. A powerful backup catcher for Vanderbilt from Hawaii. 1 home run so far this season. He's got a chance to win the game here for Vanderbilt with nobody down. Bottom of the 7th inning. In fact, 1 for 1 with a home run and 2 RBIs this season for Kea. He's got tremendous punch. Runners at second and third. Maldo's at third base, waits at second. Right versus right, the pitch. Breaking ball is off the plate. The shift is on. Infield is in, and the shift is on. Corbin, the second baseman, goes to the left of the second base bag. The 6'1" sophomore stands in. the 1-0. Off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Vanderbilt 11-2. Chris Maldonado down at third base represents the winning run with the 10-run rule in effect. The 2-0. Alki takes low. 3 balls, no strikes. Boy, with a chance to win the game for the sophomore who does not get a lot of at-bats. Patient so far. We'll see what Kea does with 3 balls, no strikes versus Shoot. The 3-0. Right down the middle, hacks and fouls it off. A little bit late for that fastball at 87. Runners at second and third. Kea stands in. 3 balls, 1 strike. As Shoot throws. That's hit towards center field. Smith will make his way back. This one is deep, and it is gone! Vandy wins it. A run-rule victory by Alki Kea. He just destroyed it to center field. Goodness, 2 at-bats and 2 home runs this season for Kea, the kid from the islands. He's got punch. Final score 14-2. My goodness, did he know it? Right center field, he planted it off the netting. Absolutely popped by Alki Kea. And Vandy wins it 14-2. We'll step aside, come back in just a couple of seconds. The Doors open up a 3-game set with North Dakota State with a convincing 7-home-run performance. Final score 14-2. Back after this on the Vanderbilt Sports Network from Learfield.
Only a select few can call themselves Vandy Boys, a proud moniker that's